Alright, what is up YouTube? So today I'm going to be showcasing the one card Mermail, Deep Sea Atlantean Water, whatever you want to call this deck combo that you're going to be playing post Link Crossband. I know a lot of people are looking for that combo, that Mermail combo that everybody's going to be looking forward to, and I feel like this is like the best one card combo you can come up with that's not like a ton of bricks and you have to play all these special cards that are really bad in your deck if you draw them. I feel like this is the really good combo. I feel like this is going to be, pretty decent. I still feel like the Dogmatica build is a little bit better because it doesn't have all this extra stuff. But I still feel like this is the best combo with the less brick. So without further ado, let's showcase the combo. This is the one card combo. It's kind of similar to a combo that I think Phoenix Flare X made, but there's some variation. So let's move on. Let's go step by step. You're gonna normal summon Diva, obviously. You're gonna use the effect to get out your Neptibus. Neptibus is going to send Dragoons to add your Dragoons, and then you're going to use the effect. You would add Minstrel in this situation if you're going for something like the Dragoons. You can also make a Dragoon build with something like, Moon Glacier Dragoons, end board, but this is going for something more special, more unique, and a lot more disruption. So we're going to add the Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon is going to use this effect when it's added from your deck to your hand. You get this specimen on the field. And then you're going to make everybody's favorite card that didn't get hit on the ban list. Crystron Hauki Fibrax. Hauki Fibrax is going to use this effect to summon out our very special Fishborg Launcher. Now, you're probably seeing where this is going. You now have a tuner and another level tuner on the board, or not a tuner, a level 1 on the board. You're going to link those two away for the Bujin Link monster, which is Ahashima, whatever you want to call it. And this card is really good in combination with Dragoons. So you're going to use the effect to special summon the Dragoons from your hand and from your graveyard, which counts as special summons. And then you're going to XYZ summon into everybody's favorite water monster, XYZ monster, Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark is then going to use this effect to summon out the card that is now at 3, which is totally awesome, which is pretty good. And now you get to resolve the effect of Dragoons, and you're going to add the Moon Glacier because you have 5 waters in your graveyard. So now you can summon out your Moon Glacier. Moon Glacier is going to discard 2 cards from your opponent's hand, and now you have a negate plus Glacier, and you still have a Hyco Fibrax that is on the board. So now you have pretty much 2 disruptions and 2 discards, which your Mermail combo. But that is not it. You are going to special summon the Fishborg Launcher that you special summon off of Halka Fibrax, and then you're going to link it off. It's going to get banished because of its effect, and then you're going to link off the Bahamut Shark for one of the most like underrated cards in all of this format. With Halka Fibrax definitely, and with Link Cross Band, uh, Artifact Dagda. You thought that you were safe from the Dragon Buster locking you out the extra deck. Well, look at Dragon Buster 2.0, and you're probably going to see the original Dragon Buster lock with the Buster Blade or, Dragon Link combos. But Artifact Dagda, pretty good card. You get to, now on your opponent's turn, use the effect of Halka Fibrax, and then trigger the effect of the artifact Dagda. Dagda is going to set the Scythe, and you know this is going. You're going to summon out your TG Wonder Magician, which is now going to pop your artifact Scythe, and then artifact Scythe is going to use this effect, and then your opponent is locked out of the extra deck, and you have still a negate on board. So if they're gonna try to attempt to use like lightning storm or something like that, you now have a negate, and then you can add back something like Prince or Nathabes, and then you can kind of go off with the nightmares. You can Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, and then OTK or make access code or something like that. So this combo is honestly still pretty strong. It is very weak to a disruption on the Deep Sea Diva or a DD Crow or whatever, but it's still like a 1 card combo. And if they don't draw the hand trap, like you're going off and you're putting out this full board. And game 1, they're probably not gonna have an answer to this. Probably droplets is the only thing I could think of that they can stop. But even then, like you still discarded 2 cards from their hand. They have to discard more cards from their hand. They're probably gonna have like 1 to 2 cards, and like they're not gonna be able to play. So that is it for the combo. Let's get into the deck profiles. I'll be showcasing the profile that I had before this list, and then I'll be showcasing the 2 lists after the list, kind of giving you which you should play on this next ban list. So the first deck is the deck list that I was playing for the last format, kind of like messing around. Like, don't look at the side deck. The side deck is kind of hideous. I don't know what I was doing, but this is what I was playing. I was kind of playing the Link Cross into Herald of the Arclight into Dragoons with the Glacia. So you had two negates, you have two discards, and they pretty much can't play through that. And you get to see their deck because Minstrel is just such a broken card. So this is what I was playing before. It's not really that good anymore. You're gonna just end on Dragoon plus Glacia, which is you think it's pretty strong, but it's really not that strong. I feel like the Herald of the Arclight definitely on top of the Dragoons is what makes this deck good. But I kind of scrapped this idea. I think it's kind of mediocre because I was playing this in the beginning of the format, but it was kind of bad until I was like, okay, Link Cross is just such a good card. But now that it's banned, there's no reason to look at this list. Let's look at the list with the actual combos that I showed in the video, and that is this deck. I think that you could probably fit in the Swap Frog and Ronin Totem engine in here if you really wanted to, but I really wanted to have like level fours. Level fours is very important for something like the Shima if you want to go Deep Sea Minstrel and discard from your opponent's hand or banish the card that the hand trapped in the Nibiru, the Infect Veiler or Imperm, whatever. Uh, you can obviously go for that if you already have a level 4 in your hand. So you can then use the Arashima to summon out the Tenyi or the Pike if you drill the Pike, and so summon the Dragoons from your graveyard, and then resolve Bahamut Shark, and then add stuff like that. So it's like a basic list. It doesn't have any hand traps, but as you see in the side deck, there's like answers to stuff like the VFD, True King's Elf Calamities, Virtual World deck, whatever you want to call it. You have stuff for the um, Dinosaur deck, which is also going to be really good. Like all these hand traps are really good against all three of those decks. Well, two, but yeah, it's just a pretty solid list. I mean, it's not really anything noteworthy. But I feel like the third list, I think this is the best list and honestly the most consistent list. I feel like consistency is key when it comes to this next format or even like any format in general. The Dogmatica Mermail deck. I feel like this is honestly the best way to play Mermails right now. I know it's kind of unfortunate. I know it's pretty bad that you have to resort to trap cards to kind of play in this format, but I feel like maybe this talents might be like another trap card, like maybe I don't know, like torrential, maybe something like that. It'll probably be replaced with another trap card because honestly, VFD. If you don't have a out to VFD or like yeah, it'll probably be like a VFD out like Gamma or something like that, or maybe like in the side deck XYZ Encore or something like that. So this is pretty much the best list. I feel like Dogmatica is definitely the best with Mermails. You have like a going second option of having the servant. And setting a prison is not that bad. And setting a punishment as well. When they go VFD, you just set this card, you pass, and then you disrupt their way to extend or OTK, and then you just go off next turn, or you destroy their VFD or something like that. So I think this is the best way to play Mermails. I think this is definitely the way. It is a little bit fragile in the normal summon, but as I said before, you have something like Dogmatica Ecclesia and Servant to kind of extend off of that. And this deck is pretty consistent with all of the normal summons in the deck. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is unfortunate that we have to resort to the Dogmatica engine, but this engine is honestly just very, very strong. And I feel like this ban list was definitely very good for this list, and especially because we have totally awesome to three. Like this deck is now like pretty solid because I remember like banishing like two toads is kind of honestly bad, and having the access of just sending this cards to the graveyard with Servant and then adding back your Nephthybis or your Deep Sea Minstrel or whatever Deep Sea Diva for next turn is just honestly just really crazy. So enough rambling. I think that Mermails is definitely going to be in the rogue tier, definitely more solid than before. Obviously, could play this going second. Like going second is just honestly crazy. I probably like maybe test a going second build, and if I do something, maybe I'll join the LCS and kind of play this list or play like a going second list and see where we can go from there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Enough rambling, enough going on. I'm going to be testing Mermails. I'm going to be testing a lot of different decks. Adamanspators, Eldritch, maybe Dragon Link, maybe Infernobles, who knows? I'll probably be uploading like a ton of different, decks of this new format. So enough rambling. I'm out. Peace.